Hello everybody. In this video, this is the video 3 to prepare you for your module 1 or the practice quizzes that you have to do up to this point. So I covered some of the questions from practice quiz 1. I'm going to do practice quiz 2. So I will read out the question and then I will give the answers and some explanation. All right, so I have a question here asking, change the measurement of 0.0377 to scientific notation. Now that, as I said earlier in another video, it's more likely we'll get a question like this because it's asking to write the scientific notation, then it gives negative, 10 to the power negative values. Okay, more than positive, it's more likely they will ask you a question like that. So always before a decimal, you can have only one number and then 3.77. So if the decimal was here, to get to the original, you have to go 1 step, 2 steps. So it is 10 to the negative 2. That would be the answer. And then they have given the units as meters, so you put meters there. All right, that's the answer for that question. I have another question here. It's asking, write the value represented by 4.5 10 to the negative 6. In the normal number. So negative means it has to go to the left side. This decimal here has to go to the left side. So I go like that, counting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the answer is going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4, 5. Because you can see that if you go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the answer is going to be 5 zeros, decimal, 5 zeros, 4, 5. Okay. How many significant figures, some commutative significance, are in the measurement of 0.002080? So the number is 4. Why? Because the zeros at the front, we don't count them, but we count a trapped zero. The n zeros we count only if it is followed by a decimal and a number between 1 to 9. So then we count. Okay. So if it was 90, it's just 1 because we don't count. But if it was 0.0010, we count this zero, not these zeros. That's what it means. Okay. So the answer is 002080 to be for significant figures. They're asking about exact number. Now, they have given a set of things. Now, out of the things, we have to find what is an exact number. So when it comes to exact number, there's a definition. The exact number is that you can tell with certainty. You don't use an instrument. That is so counted numbers. So when it comes to ounces, grams, 300 meters, you need some measurements, right? But this on 10 nickels, you just count 1, 2, 3. So you count with the hand. That is what's the exact number comes to. There's no, you don't have to estimate. There's nothing. You just count it. That is what the exact number means. Okay, so here the exact number falls onto this category. So exact numbers. Erase this. I'm trying to get a different whiteboard here. Let me see. Let me stop sharing and then. Okay. Get the question up again. Okay, so in this question they're asking a calculator gives the result 4236059. What is the answer to the nearest significant figure, right? So answer to the okay. 4 significant figures. Sorry, 4 significant figures. So here, how many significance are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I had to make it for 4, it is going to be only up to here, because this is a 0 before that. Even if we add 1 here, that becomes 6. If we add here, that becomes 1. Because it's 5 or less, we don't add anything. So for 4 significant figures, it's going to be 423.6. Okay. Next one. Because here what I'm doing is I'm just going through these questions and answering, and at the same time explaining. If you want to get more detailed here, then you have to go for the lecture videos I have added. You have to look at them. What is the correct answer with correct significant figures? Okay, so this is about division and multiplication, and we are going to follow the correct significant figures. Okay. If I use the calculator and get it, when you multiply or divide, our final answer should have the significant figures matching the one with the least significant figures. So least is 16, right? It has only 2. So our answer should be just 57. If you multiply it and then you bring it to 2, because it has to be only 2 significant figures. That's the reason. That is division and multiplication. If it is addition, then you go to the one with the least decimal. Remember that. It's decimal. Okay, there's a question like that here. 2612 plus 111.7 plus 2.22. So you have to get the one that with the least significant, least decimal values. So which one has? This has only 1 decimal. This has 2 decimals. This has 0 decimals. So our answer should be without decimals. So it will be 2626. That is the reason. So you add them and then round it up or down to bring it to the one without any decimals, because it should match the one without, or the least decimal, means 0 decimals in this case. clear this now. Convert the scientific notation value of 3.5 times 10 to the power 3 hours to a standard number. Okay, that means not scientific notation, but normal number. So it's going to be a positive because 3 is positive. So decimal is going to move to the right-hand side. So the answer would be 350 because you can see decimal was here 1, 2, 3. These 3 matches. So the answer would be 3500. Okay. Next question I have here is how many significant figures are in the measurement 08000? How many significant figures are there in this measurement? We don't count the front zeros whether decimal or not. We count this one. So and then trap zeros we count. And then the end zeros we count only if there's a decimal, and then it's followed by it's preceded by a number between 1 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 5. You'll always get a question like that because they're going to catch you here, because if it was a number without any decimal, you don't take these 2 numbers. But if there's decimal, you take these last 2 numbers. But if it is a decimal like that, we don't take these the zeros at the front. Trap zeros we count. Then if there's a number and then 0, then you count it. So if it is like this, something like that, this has 3 significant figures because after this number, there's a decimal. After the 1 to 9 number, the zeros are counted. In this case. So that's why they will give you a question like that. Okay. Okay, if you have given a number like this, 257704, and you have to get to the 4 significant figures. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. That's how you have to get it, right? Because it's a 0, you don't have to add anything, so it becomes 25. So that's the answer for 4 significant figures. Let's see how to clear this instead of erasing all the things, but it's okay. Right. What is the correct answer in the correct number of significant figures? 4 if you multiply 45.7 times 0.034. So multiply that. Because it's a multiplication, you go for the number with the least significant figures. This is the least significant figures. There are only 2 significant figures. And then the answer would be 1.6. Okay. Multiply and bring it down to 2 significant figures. Okay, the correct answer with the correct significant figures for addition of 5 plus 1 of 4.1 plus 0.025. Now you know these things. We go to the one. Our answer should match the one with the least decimal, not significant in this addition or subtraction. So the least decimal one would be here. There are 3. There are 2. That's the one, right? So the answer will be 1 to 7.6 when you add it. Okay. Another question on exact number. They've given a list of answers. So 6x. You should know this is the one because you count it by hand. So 6 miles. That's not the one. 15 amps. You use a machine. 6.75 centimeters. That's not the one. So 6x would be the exact numbers. The hummingbird has a mass of 0.00055 kg. So what is its mass in grams? So you have to convert kilograms to grams. These things you should know, because SI conversions you should know. So 1000 grams is 1 kg. So we'll go by the factor division method. 0.055 kg. I need to cancel kg, so it's bottom, and the bottom denominator, and the top numerator is grams. Then the ratio is 1000 to gram. Then I get the answer 5.5 grams. Make sure you follow this factor label method. You never go wrong. Okay, how many meters are in a football field? So they're asking how many meters are there in the football field? Field is 100 yards. Convert that 100 yards to meters, but they have given the conversion. So when they give you the conversion, we had to use those ones. We might know directly how the yard to meters, but we can't do that. We had to use what they have given. 1 yard is 36 inches, and 1 meter is 39.4 inches. So let us go from what they have given. Yards, right? 100 yards, cancel yards. I can convert to inches, right? That's what they have given. So 1 yard to 36 inches times. I'm going to cancel inches, so it just is the denominator, and convert it to meter, 39.4. So when you do this division, you can see that yard cancel, inches cancel. We are left with the desired unit. I get the answer 91.4. All right, now the next one is Blackbird aircraft throughout its spy history held the world speed record for the fastest engine. So the speed is 2430 miles per hour. Okay. And they have given Mach number, we don't need it. So miles per hour. Per hour. Okay. So what is the speed? You have to convert it to meters per second. Given us 1 mile was 5280 feet, and 1 meter was 3.28 feet. They haven't given hour second. They expect you to know 60 seconds 1 minute, 60 minutes 1 hour. So when you're converting first, we write what they have given, 2430 miles. I write it like that, hour, so that it's clear for you. And then in order to get rid of miles, it should be, we keep the hour as it stands for now. And then to feet, right? Because we can't directly go to meters. We are given feet and then go to feet. So I put feet and then 1 mile, 5280. Now I have to get rid of feet here. So I put feet at the bottom and meter at the top. That ratio 3.28. Okay. Now this hour is there, right? So hour I can convert to, this is meters. Okay. Hour I to convert it to cancel hour. I should have hour on the top and minutes. So 1 hour 60 minutes. Now to get rid of minutes, this is continuing here, right? So minutes, I will have minutes up here and seconds come. So 60 seconds 1 minute. When you go through this process, multiply 243 or times 5280 and divide it by 3.28 and by 60 and by 60, you will get the answer 1.09. meters per second. That's how we do it. See this follow. So I kept hour until I convert everything to meter up to this point. Then to convert hour, because hours is the denominator here, to make it the numerator, I put it up and minutes and seconds. So I get per second, meters per second. That's it. Right, the final question in this video. The plant fertilizer is 15%. They're asking how many grams. Question: how many grams of? Oh, no, sorry, this is the wrong. I have fertilizer 15% nitrogen. Okay, so how many grams of nitrogen? They're asking how many grams of nitrogen are present in 10 ounces. How many grams? Okay, 10 ounces. 10 ounce OZ, right? This is the 10 is the magnitude, OZ is the unit, ounce. Ounces. Fertilizer. So they're telling always whenever you take fertilizer, there's 15% is nitrogen. So they're saying if you have 10 ounces, how many grams, that's the only difference, would be there. So first step would be to find how many ounces are there, right? 15% in 10 ounces. So they have given us some conversions. 1 pound equals 454 grams. And 1 pound equals 16 ounces. What they haven't given is they have given grams. So we have to be able to convert ounces to pound and pound to grams. That's the route we have to go. But we know we're talking about 10 ounces. Okay. Out of the 10 ounces, only 15%. So let us convert 10 ounces and then convert it, take 15%, it would be nitrogen. Okay. So to convert 10 ounces, because that's easy for you, that's what I'm doing, ounces times, you divide ounces. You put OZ, but because 10 here, I don't want to, so I'm writing the whole thing, 10 ounces, and convert to pounds, so pounds. So the ratio is 1 pound is 16 ounces. Now I'm going to get rid of pounds and convert it to grams, and I have 454 grams per ounce. Now let me divide that first. Multiply and divide. So four five four times 10 divided by 16, I get 283.75. So that is the total amount of this fertilizer, 10 ounces, when I convert it to grams. Out of that, only 15% nitrogen. I get 42.56. The answer here given is 42.6. It's correct. Okay. All right, everybody, that's how we do it. So this will be the video 3. And then I'll be doing 2 more videos to cover those practice quizzes. I have done only selected questions. If you follow these ones, it will help.